I have finally processed this book and I'm ready to talk about it. This is going to be my final thoughts on The Hero of Ages. If you have not read the Mistborn trilogy yet, or if you didn't get here yet, swipe away now because this is going to be spoilers, or save the post for later and come back and see if you agree with me. I'm gonna have to give this book 5 stars just simply due to the ending, but take that with a grain of salt because if you've ever watched The Office in the Beach Games episode where Michael at one point gives Dwight like a thumbs up, gives Jim a gold star, and then gives Oscar 5 points. I don't know what my ratings mean. It's just all the vibes. Anyway, here we go. I actually do have some criticisms. I found that this book was really hard to get into. I kind of crashed out to my sister when I got all the way through part 3 and nothing was happening. I was getting really frustrated. I felt like maybe the pacing was a little slow. How long it took them to take Fadric City or sack it or wait them out, and a lot of it was just like the politicking behind the scenes, and like there was not much action there, and I was really ready for something to happen. Sazed having this crisis of faith for so long, kind of wish we could have moved through that faster. Now that I read the ending, I can see the argument of like we needed to really feel that struggle for that payoff to be so sweet at the end. I did find it absolutely beautiful how Sazed, this character that collects religions, lost his own faith, struggled to get it back, had found faith in Vin and his crew, and then had to find faith literally within himself. I thought that arc was really, really beautiful. Just so well put together that it, when he was recreating the earth with all of his metal minds from the 500 plus religions, and came to the realization that not one of them has to be 100% right, but all of them still have truth. I loved where we ended up at the end with Sazed. He was the most intriguing character the entire way through, and he did not disappoint. So anyway, my first criticism would be maybe the pacing. Even throughout the entire series, maybe could have been a little better. My next criticism, I didn't have an emotional attachment to a lot of these characters like I usually do in books. Some of them won me over in the end, but it took a long time to get there. And I would say Vin is included in that. I think because her character struggled with emotional connections and friendship, that is probably why I did have a hard time connecting with her character. I was absolutely rooting for Vin and was so sad with the outcome for Vin. Kelsier really was the only character that had me instantly like with an emotional connection. Well, Ascension, more people died. I'm like, what the heck? Who's even alive to root for? Once again, by the end, people really won me over. Ellen's speech to the newly snapped Allomancers that were all gonna go, fight at Hathsin. It made me tear up. That was such a beautifully tragic speech, and he really won me over.